So I've created a pretty long video vlog describing my volunteer project training tour guides in central Vietnam based in Hue between 2007, before I even had a digital camera, so I don't have any photographs from that year. But going back to about 2011 and up to 2016 when I continued to host my project in Hue, I have put a lot of other photographs onto the link to photographs, and I have a separate introduction to how to access those from my many visits to Vietnam, and not just of central Vietnam or my volunteer project, but that one video is quite long, but focused on what I did with my students in Hue and the surrounding areas of central Vietnam, one of my favorite places to go there. And I've traveled the whole of Vietnam, as you'll see from photographs from all over, from the north up near Ha Long Bay and Hanoi, and to the Mekong in the south. And what I want to do here, though, is introduce what it's like to get around Vietnam back in the last decade, where increasingly numbers of cars, especially in the big city, but also lots of vans and trucks and things, but still it is a two-wheeled society, something that has evolved from when I first started going there in the 90s, from mostly bicycles to then scooters, and then larger and larger scooters in numbers. But still, the majority of people are traveling by two wheels. And sometimes on a single motorbike, you can have the whole family and the pig, like three kids, husband, wife, and the pig in the back. And it's amazing to see this. But traveling in traffic, and this is just an introduction, and I will show a picture of some of the heavier traffic I've encountered in the cities. So I've got some photographs of major intersections crowded with mostly motorbikes and a few cars. And then a video of what it was like. I was riding on the back of a motorbike of one of my students in Hue, and getting to an intersection where there's a circle and 5 different streets come together. And how you maneuver is, it's, and I had a motorbike accident in Vietnam, and it was me by myself, but I was off-road in some muddy areas, and the front end stuck in the ground and flipped me over the handlebars, and I had a grade 3 shoulder separation and a bunch of road rash. This was on my right side. Took a while to rehabilitate myself from that. But crossing the street is another thing, and that's something that I was just reminded of by somebody that had just written about what they were told to do in Vietnam, how to cross the street. Is you don't, especially in the cities, Saigon being the largest in the south, and still full of these two-wheeled vehicles, is you just make sure you walk at a steady pace. Don't need to make eye contact with them, and they will miss you. Well, the way I used to describe it when I was taking groups there and describing how best to cross the street with this traffic, I suggested waiting until there was a local person beginning to cross. And if the flow is from left to right, you walk across shadowing them on their right side. So they are actually going to be, if anybody comes in that line, the bumper before you get hit. So basically you're drafting downstream or down motion side of a local person that knows how to cross the streets, because they've done it and obviously survived it up to this point in their lives anyway. So this is just a little introduction to what it's like and riding on a two-wheeled vehicle in the city of Hue in Vietnam. Here we go. Traffic in Hue City. Nothing compared to Saigon or Hanoi. And we hit the light. We're gonna hit this light too. Wow, an actual motorcycle. Don't see too many of those. Streets converge on a circle with no stoplights, and you can see how you just find your way in the traffic. Everybody merges and sort of finds their way.